Yes, we have a new little project, and I use the word little circumspectly. Um, this is a Philips radio, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a BX230U, as you can read down there. And yes, it's a tiny little radio, but it's cute. And it'll make a nice change from those overgrown radios I've been doing lately. The goal is to make it work and clean it up a little bit so that it's presentable and that it works. The owner asked me to have a close look at it and see whether I can bring it back to life, which I think I can. It's not a very special radio. It's a little bit comparable to what one would call an all-American 5 in the US. But of course this is a European version. Let's open up the insides and have a look at it. Okay, so let me pick a screwdriver. Okay, so here we go. Now let's have a look inside. It doesn't look too complicated, a radio, and I already had a peek at the schematic of the radio. It seems a fairly common design as far as I can make out, and the parts are all common except for the tubes. The tubes are really, well, annoying in the sense that they are a special type, which unfortunately I can't measure easily, certainly not with my tube tester. Okay, here there are some screws too. Okay, so let's undo this one. The owner would like to have it restored in as closely as possible, at least on the outside, to what it must have looked like. Although he didn't ask for a total makeover, but only a thorough cleaning, just like the owner of the Grundig I did before this one. And there you have it. This is the inside of the radio. As far as I can make out, there has never been done any work on this radio. It looks all original to me, with bumblebee caps, European style. I think ordinary paper caps actually, and a few dog bone capacitors, I think, or maybe even resistors. I need to look it up. But basically, yes, it's not a very special radio in the electronical sense. Also, I had another good look at it, on the schematic I mean, and the radio doesn't need a transformer, so it takes its voltage directly from the mains. You can also notice the small selector down there, this one, which allows to change the voltage of the radio from 220 as it is now to 210 simply by rotating it like this and plugging it back in. But we're not going to do that, obviously. So we're going to leave it in the 220 mode, which should be okay for now. Now, what I did mention was that the tubes are rather annoying in the sense that they are not the classical type of tubes, but rather, well, as you can see, they are completely round types. So in the sense that the pins go all the way around the tube, which unfortunately I can't measure on my tube tester, which is regrettable, but can't be helped. This one is a UBC41 of the brand Adzam. Adzam used to be a sort of a B-type brand back in the days. They produced tubes under license, I think, from Philips. I'm not sure, but I think that's what the brand really is. A licensed type of brand. And as you can see, there are 5 tubes in the radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 at the back, which is, by the way, a Philips Mini Watt down here. So it's the European version of an All-American 5 radio. The serial number is, as far as I can read, L7151. Okay, so the goal is to make the radio work and make it presentable from the outside. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. Bring the case back to life, so to speak. Now, as far as I can make out, this is Bakelite. And although in the camera's image it might look brown, black, it is really brown, and it is a marbled kind of brown. So I can see a sort of a pattern in the Bakelite. So it wasn't simply flat brown, but with a type of pattern in it. But you can see for yourselves it's very dirty. So it will probably need quite a good cleaning on the outside, which of course will do. So yes, that's the next project, Philips BX230U. So stay tuned for another update.